Please focus. Shoot, please focus. Hello? Hello? Hey. Stop.
Hello, my name is Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin. Who am I? Well, I guess I should start from the beginning. I was born into a peasant family in the small Siberian village of Pokrovskoye around 1869. As a child, I did go to school, but continued to be illiterate. And when I was about 18 years old, I left Pokrovskoye to go on a pilgrimage, where I had a religious conversion when I visited the Rakoyjur monastery for 3 months. I had planned to become a monk, though I never did. I returned home and married my lovely wife, Praskovia Fyodorovna Dubrovina, at age 19, with whom I had many children, though 2 died at an early age. Married life wasn't exactly for me, so I decided to leave my home again in 1901 and become a pilgrim, traveling as far as Greece, the Middle East, and the Holy Land, and eventually gained a reputation as a starets or holy man. In 1903, I arrived at St. Petersburg, and 2 years later, I was introduced to the Tsar and Tsarina. Their son, Alexis, had hemophilia, but I helped him get better. No one knows how, but I will never reveal my secret.
After I healed Alexis, the Tsarina, Alexandra, became quite trusting of me. Over time, I developed a strong relationship with the royal family. Many believed my connection was inappropriate and used it to pressure reforms. A couple of stories may have spread to the media, which only continued to dampen my image. I explained I'm only an advisor to the Tsarina, and while most of my job was as a healer to her son, I'm sure I played a larger part in their lives than that. Throughout my life, I have always had a talent for seeing what others cannot. This was true when around 1915, I saw a great pain would strike Russia. I believe my vision began when the Tsar took over the military and the Tsarina took control of domestic matters. This war was inappropriate for Russia to be involved in, but nonetheless, what could I have done about it? Over time, many continued to comment on my place in the Russian court, but my trusted Tsarina was sure to protect me. Surprisingly, or maybe unsurprisingly, this only led to her own issues arising. I began to predict that dark plans were unfolding for my assassination, and at one point said to the Tsar, "If I am killed by common men, you and your children will rule Russia for centuries to come. If I'm killed by one of your stock, you and your family will be killed by the Russian people."
Of course, my extraordinary talents for healing certainly made me a target. My royal influence became stronger after I established my skills as a healer, but it also made me a more controversial individual. Unsavory rumors would soon spread concerning me. The elites didn't approve of me. I was accused of evil practices by them and even the church. June of 1914 brought misfortune for me. An attempt was made on my life, and I was stabbed by a woman on the stomach on my way home. But maybe I was fortunate after all. With surgical intervention and medical assistance, I lived to tell the tale. The woman, however, was not as lucky. She wound up in a mental asylum. After that, I thought that surely that'd be the end of it. But only a mere 2.5 years later, it happened again. On the evening of December 29th, in 1916, I was invited to Moika Palace by Prince Felix Yusupov for what I thought to be a friendly dinner party. He and his buddies, the most famous being Grand Duke Dmitry Pavlovich, the first cousin of the Tsar, had been plotting a plan to kill me. Initially, I'd refused their offers of wines and cakes, but eventually I gave in to temptation. Unbeknownst to me, their offerings had been laced with cyanide, and although I indulged on several cakes and drank a few glasses of wine, all apparently laced with cyanide, I stayed as alive as I was before. Bewildered by my very not-dead state, but still determined to execute his plan, Yusupov made the decision to shoot me square in the chest, after which he left me for dead. But I still had one last trick up my sleeve. A short time later, I gathered my energy and leapt up and attacked him, in a final attempt to escape the grounds alive. Unfortunately, I was out of luck. I was shot several times afterward and beaten by him and his co-conspirators. They threw my corpse wrapped in a rug into the Malayanevka River. 3 days later, my body was found.
I died. Then, as predicted, I'm always right. The Romanovs were all killed, along with their dynasty. My largest contribution to World War I? Probably helping destroy the image of the Romanovs. Eventually, this led to the Russian Revolution and the dysfunction that came with it.